Hi everyone, Elias here. In this video I'm going to show you something really simple but at the same time so powerful. This is when you have an image of the size of a business card and then you want to rescale it as big as a banner 7 feet by 4 feet without losing any quality of it. Let's get started. First of all, you have to know what you're going to use your file for. In this case, I'm going to use it for printing purpose. So I'm going to select print here, and then we are going to concentrate in this side of the window. The width is going to be 3.5, the height 2. This is the size of a business card. All right. Always keep in mind to select inches here. The resolution is going to be 300 and the color mode is going to be CMYK as always. When you are going to use it for printing purpose, CMYK. If it's for social media, Instagram, Facebook, RGB. If it's for printing, CMYK. Keep that in mind. So after that, you are going to press create. Here you have the canvas of the business card. I'm not going to add any guides because this is for showing you how to keep the same resolution of an image, even if it's smaller and then you want to rescale it. All right, this takes only 2 steps. The first steps, we are going to Google and we are going to look for strawberry. The first steps is when you are looking for the image that you are going to use on your file. So here what you have to do is just go to tools, size, and always select large. When you select the image, for example, I'm going to select this one. Here you see the size it has, so that is like 3124 pixels by 2109 pixels. It's a lot. So what I'm gonna do here is just right click and copy image. You can download the image also and then save it on your folder, in your computer, the folder that you're gonna save the same file. I don't do this because it save me time, by just right click and copying it, and also save me space in my computer. All right, but you can do the way you want. Then we are going to Photoshop and just press Ctrl on our keyboard and V to paste the image that we copy. You can also go here to edit and then paste. If you see here the shortcut that I already did before, Ctrl B. You see, it does the same thing. So here I have the image. Okay, what I'm gonna do with this image is this is the second trick. You don't have to duplicate this. I'm just gonna duplicate it so to show you what's happening if you don't do this. I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna name it original, and this I'm gonna name it smart. So by selecting the smart, I'm gonna right click on it and then I'm gonna convert it to a smart object. Smart object, that's what it does is to save the quality of the vector, object, or image. That's what it does. For example, if I have it the original size, because if you see my canvas is this size and the image it was bigger than my canvas, I converted the size that I imported it before making it smaller, because what it does is save the size, save the quality of the image, the size that you have converted it. For example, if I make it smaller and then convert it to smart object, it's gonna save the smaller version. It's gonna decrease the quality of the image and then save the smaller version. That's why you have to convert to a smart object before making it smaller. So right now I'm gonna select both of them and I'm gonna rescale it like this size, for example. if I come close to the image, you see, if you convert this size, then it's gonna keep the quality of this size. So keep that in mind. First, you go to Google and you look for the pictures, you know, the large pictures that have good quality. Alright? It doesn't matter that it says the size here like a huge size, because sometimes, you know, people just save the image even if it's blurry with huge size. So what you have to do is open the image and then come close to the image. If it has the same good quality, you can keep it. Alright, or download it. Let me just center this. I have this image. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for bananas here. Always, you know, using tools, because if I select this one is good, you know, but if I look for the large one, I have a better one here. Alright, then I'm gonna import this one. I'm gonna duplicate it. You don't have to duplicate anything. I just duplicate to show you the original one, and the smart object, that the ones that I converted to smart object. All right, you don't need to do this. Gonna make it smaller. This one again. Gonna look for another one. I guess these two are okay. So what I'm gonna do is with these two images, I'm gonna make it the same size, the same height, both of them. I'm gonna bring it to the center like this. You know, if you can notice, when I select the banana, I select the two images, the one that I converted to a smart object and the one that is original one, exactly the way that I brought it here. So I'm gonna select both, and I'm gonna make it really small here in the middle. You see, this is just for to show you what's happening if you don't convert your image, you know, to smart object. Here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna group this. This group is I'm gonna name it smart, and this group, let me just copy this name and group. Here it is, original. All right. Now your customer or another customer see a business card with this in the middle, and he wants the same fruits, you know, the same strawberry and banana, but to cover the whole canvas and to make the size of 7 feet by 4 feet, you know, and you happen to copy exactly the way that I did. You didn't download the images. All right. Then when you brought it here and you were looking for the images, you were scrolling down your browser, and then, you know, it took time to you to find the exactly image, those images, for example. Then you don't find it. Like, it takes a lot of times. Sometimes you don't find the same image. You have to look for a new one because you can reuse the images because it's blurry. If you have the file but it's too small. So, for example, the customer asks you to make it big. In this case, in inches, 7 feet are 84 inches, and 4 feet are 48 inches. But the resolution, I'm gonna make it smaller, because if you see here, the image size is 1.35 gigs. That's really heavy for my computer, even for the plotter, you know. So in this case, I'm gonna make it because it's really big, 72 the resolution, you know. As you can see here, the image size dropped down to 79.7 megs. Oh, that's nothing compared to 1 gig. All right, I'm gonna press OK. Here, as your customer said, he wants everything covering the whole canvas. He wants half strawberry and half bananas. I'm gonna select both of them. I'm gonna resize, pressing Alt, you know. I rescale both of them. I'm gonna center them right now, just right here. As you can see, it's really blurry. You can't use those images at all. What you have to do is to go to Google and try to find the same images. But what's happening? That's are only the original one, the ones that you didn't convert it to smart object. Let's see the smart one. Voila. Really nice. So keep that in mind. I learned this a couple years ago, and it's really handy. I learned it because one customer asked me to create a flyer 4x6. After creating the flyer, she came back to me and said that I want the same. It was a menu, by the way, and she said I want the same menu but really big, on a wall, approximately 8 feet or bigger than that. And it has pictures like images, fruits, salads, all the things that she sells, And I said, okay, no problem. So when I rescale the flyer to reuse it, to reuse all the elements, like the letters, the text and the prices and everything, and the images, of course. I realized that all the images were really blurry, were exactly like this, and it was really difficult for me. It was a pain on the, I don't have to mention that. I couldn't find all the images. I explained her that because I couldn't find all the images, I have to use, similar ones. But it was really, it took me more time than I expected. So that's why I recommend you, if you are gonna design, even if it's big or smaller, it doesn't matter, Because if it's big and you use it like these images and then you make it smaller, let me just delete this one. Let me copy this one. I'm gonna rasterize this too. If you make it smaller, for example, like a business card size, I make it smaller. I'm gonna select all of them again, make it really smaller, and then you want to make it bigger again. It's gonna happen the same thing. The same thing is gonna happen. 84. Here's 72. It's gonna happen with the ones that are not smart objects. You see, I repeat the same process again. This is if you make it smaller and then you're gonna reuse it for a bigger sign. It happens the same thing. Only the smart ones are the ones that keep the resolution. Keep that in mind. It keeps the resolution, the original image quality, the original image resolution. That's what it does. If you like this video, consider subscribing. If you don't like it, also consider subscribing. Probably you're gonna see future videos that you will like. I'm gonna release more videos soon. So thank you for everything. Okay, see you next time.